Imagine a life where negativity washes over you without leaving a trace. Picture yourself unfazed by criticism, unshaken by doubt. This isn't some unattainable dream, it's the promise of Stoicism, a philosophy that empowers us to rise above the noise and embrace a life of inner peace. We all encounter negativity. It's a constant hum in the background of our lives. From casual judgments to outright criticism, these external voices can chip away at our confidence and cloud our judgment. But what if we could silence those voices? What if we could choose to no longer be swayed by the opinions of others? Stoicism offers a path to this freedom. It teaches us that true happiness comes not from external validation, but from within. By focusing on what we can control, our thoughts, our actions, our responses, we liberate ourselves from the tyranny of other people's perceptions. This isn't about becoming indifferent or emotionless. It's about developing a resilience that allows us to weather the storms of negativity and emerge stronger on the other side. It's about living a life guided by our own internal compass, not the fickle winds of external opinion. Stoicism, a philosophy born in ancient Greece, might seem like an unlikely solution for our modern anxieties, but its teachings are timeless, offering practical wisdom that resonates across centuries and cultures. At the heart of Stoicism lies the understanding that true peace comes from accepting what we can control and releasing what we cannot. Thinkers like Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher-emperor, taught us to focus on our own thoughts and actions. Seneca, the playwright and statesman, emphasized the importance of virtue and self-control in the face of adversity. Epictetus, a former slave who became a renowned philosopher, stressed that our judgments, not events themselves, are the source of our suffering. These Stoic philosophers weren't advocating for a life devoid of emotion or engagement. They understood that life is full of challenges, joys, and sorrows. Their teachings offer a framework for navigating these experiences with resilience and grace. They remind us that we always have a choice in how we respond to whatever life throws our way. By internalizing these principles, we can begin to dismantle the power that negative opinions hold over us. We can start to see them not as personal attacks, but as fleeting judgments that say more about the speaker than ourselves. The Stoic concept of control is deceptively simple, yet profoundly liberating. It rests on a fundamental distinction. There are things we can control and things we cannot. We can control our thoughts, our beliefs, our actions, and our responses. The opinions of others, the weather, the past, the future, these lie outside our sphere of influence. Trying to control the uncontrollable is a recipe for frustration and anxiety. It's like trying to hold sand in your fist. The harder you squeeze, the more slips through your fingers. The Stoics urge us to relinquish this futile struggle. Instead of trying to bend the world to our will, we should focus on what we can truly master ourselves. This doesn't mean passively accepting injustice or resigning ourselves to a life of mediocrity. It means recognizing that our energy is best spent on what we can directly influence. By focusing on our own character, our own actions, we become architects of our own inner peace. This shift in perspective is incredibly empowering. It allows us to reclaim our power from external forces and invest it in something far more meaningful, our own growth and well-being. Imagine you're walking down the street and someone yells an insult. Does their anger somehow become your burden to carry? Of course not. Their words are like the weather, something we might encounter but have no power to change. We can't control what others think or say about us. We can, however, control how we react. We can choose to let their words wound us, or we can choose to let them roll off our backs like water off a duck's back. Other people's opinions are often projections of their own insecurities, biases, and experiences. They say more about the person expressing them than about the person they're directed towards. Recognizing this can help us detach from the sting of negativity. When we place too much importance on the opinions of others, we give them power over our emotions and our sense of self-worth. By releasing this attachment, we free ourselves to define our own worth based on our own values and aspirations. True strength lies not in physical prowess or social status, but in the fortitude of our inner selves. It's about developing an unshakable core that remains resilient in the face of adversity. This inner strength is not something we're born with. It's something we cultivate through conscious effort and practice. One of the key tenets of Stoicism is the pursuit of virtue. This isn't about rigid adherence to a set of rules, but about striving to live in alignment with our highest values: honesty, integrity, courage, justice, and wisdom. When we ground ourselves in these principles, we create an internal compass that guides our actions and decisions. This inner compass becomes our source of strength, allowing us to navigate the challenges of life with clarity and purpose. Building inner strength is a continuous journey, not a destination. It requires self-awareness, discipline, and a commitment to living in accordance with our values. The rewards, however, are immeasurable: a sense of inner peace, resilience in the face of adversity, and the freedom to live authentically. Stoicism isn't just a set of lofty ideals. It offers practical tools for navigating the challenges of daily life. These practices help us cultivate inner peace, manage our emotions, and live in greater alignment with our values. One such practice is journaling. Taking a few moments each day to reflect on our thoughts, actions, and reactions can be incredibly illuminating. It allows us to identify patterns in our thinking, recognize triggers, and make conscious choices about how we respond to challenging situations. Mindfulness is another powerful tool for cultivating inner peace. By bringing our attention to the present moment, we can quiet the incessant chatter of the mind and find a sense of stillness amidst the chaos of everyday life. This could involve focusing on our breath, engaging our senses, or simply observing our thoughts and feelings without judgment. Negative visualization, a seemingly paradoxical practice, can also be surprisingly effective. By taking a few moments to contemplate the impermanence of all things, our possessions, our relationships, even our own lives, we can gain a fresh perspective on what truly matters. These practices are not about suppressing our emotions or denying the realities of life. They're about developing a sense of awareness and equanimity that allows us to navigate the ups and downs of life with greater grace and resilience. The principles of Stoicism might seem abstract, but they have very real applications in our daily lives. Consider the athlete who faces a devastating loss. Instead of succumbing to despair, they use the experience as an opportunity for growth, analyzing their performance, identifying areas for improvement, and returning to the arena with renewed determination. Or picture the entrepreneur who pours their heart and soul into a business venture, only to see it fail. Instead of allowing the setback to define them, they view it as a learning experience, extracting valuable lessons from the failure and using them to fuel their next endeavor. These examples illustrate the power of Stoicism in action. It's about acknowledging the reality of our circumstances, focusing on what we can control, and choosing to respond with resilience, determination, and a commitment to growth. In the tapestry of life, we're all going to encounter threads of adversity, disappointment, and loss. Stoicism doesn't promise to eliminate these challenges. What it offers is a framework for navigating them with strength, grace, and wisdom, emerging from these experiences not broken, but forged anew. Imagine a life unburdened by the weight of others' opinions. Picture yourself moving through the world with a newfound sense of freedom and purpose, guided by your own internal compass. This is the promise of Stoicism. It's not about becoming indifferent to the world around us, but about choosing how we allow external factors to influence our thoughts, emotions, and actions. It's about recognizing that true strength lies not in seeking validation from others, but in cultivating our own inner fortitude. The journey begins with a simple shift in perspective, focusing on what we can control, releasing what we cannot, and committing to living in alignment with our values. It's about recognizing that the opinions of others are ultimately less important than our own self-perception. As you navigate the complexities of life, remember the words of Marcus Aurelius: "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. Embrace the wisdom of Stoicism, cultivate your inner strength, and let your own values be your guiding light. The power to rise above lies within you.